Good afternoon, Saturday, June 8th, a little after 1. So we pulled all the honey supers off in a previous video. We've extracted, we got 18.5 gallons of honey from our freebies. So pretty happy with that. Honestly, it's about 10 gallons less than I was hoping for, but we'll take it. Everything's a blessing. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna put honey supers back on. Except it's a little bit different because even these ones that might be marginal, if I have an extra super, I'm gonna put it on because these supers are still wet. Even though I extracted them, they've dripped on each other, they have honey on them. And if I put it on a weaker colony, and they won't fill it, I will be feeding them and maybe stimulating them to get them a better idea that, hey, let's start doing more and start filling some supers. So Zero never had a super that was the first catch of the year, but the deep didn't look like they were ready for a super. Again, I like to be at 80%. If this one's shy, even as low as 60, I might still throw a super on there because, like I said, I'll be feeding them. So let me show you what the supers look like after extraction. All right, so here's one of our supers that's going back on. To bring them up here, I did have them 10 frames because they fit after you cut off the caps. So the frames themselves are still wet. You can see on top that even though it's raining today, none of that is rain. That is all honey. So I'll be feeding them back, giving the bees something to do, especially today on a rainy day. So like I said, even the marginal or weak colonies, because I can't put 2 empty supers on each. I could, but I'm probably not going to put 2 empty supers on together to the same colony. I got about 8 empty supers and we only had 5 in production. So that means I got to find a home for about 3 of them. I don't like to store them wet. It only is going to attract ants and pests and problems. I'd rather feed it back to them now. And in the fall, I do a different step where they come off of the colonies completely dry. I'm not doing that now. I'm still in honey production. I want to utilize any flow that might be available. So I'm also not putting undrawn frames in the center like what we did at the beginning of the season to get more frames drawn out. Drawn honeycomb frames is gold for us. I'm not going to do that now because I don't know what flow's on. They only draw a comb during very strong flows. I would suspect this is not a super strong flow. I think there's something on. I'm grateful for the rain today. So I'm not going to worry about drawing comb in the center. Everything's already 9 frame space, and they're just going to get slapped on this way. So before we start, just want to take a look at these entrances. Obviously 9's doing well, 5's doing well. I just saw a bee go in our nuke, our 5 frame nuke. Saw some activity on 0. 1. What's happening there? That's a double deep. That should be busier. Our most recent catch, 8. 3. Why are we chucking larvae out the front door? It looks like we're gonna have to investigate there. 4, slowing down, at least not as many as at the entrance, but also still got 2 supers on, and then 6 is doing good. So 3 is definitely a concern. Man, I don't know what to think. Maybe a robbing incident I missed. So I'm gonna take a peek in 3. Definitely might need to close that entrance off, and if that's the case, then we need to close 8 off to the smaller opening and possibly 0. Because if 3 is getting robbed, 8's gonna get robbed because they're brand new. So anyways, let's get started. Okay, really not much to see here. We're just adding supers. Oh boy, I might need to light a smoker. I did not expect to see this at the top. I did not expect to see this at the top. And they're even building some burr comb in there because I'm late getting these honey supers back on. I bet these are heavy, the ones I left on, and they might be ready for extraction. So I am going to pause and light a smoker. Man, there's a lot of bees up here. There's a lot of bees up here. You gotta remember, it's raining. Everybody's home. No one's foraging, so maybe not the greatest day to do this. At least they're calm. So 9 frame spacing. Man. Everybody's home. Man. That is not gonna help today. Not on a rainy day. So we'll just get in and get it done. I'm not gonna tie strap them just yet because I might have to add a second somewhere just to get rid of a super, as I said before, so I don't have to store it, so I don't have to worry about ants or pests. I would give that to my biggest colony, knowing that they have the workforce to guard it. Certainly this one right here is a candidate. Looks good. Looks like a good day to give everybody something to do. Not at all the greatest day to be doing this. Sure way to piss off some bees. Oh well. Timing is everything in beekeeping, so sometimes we do things on the most ideal days. If tomorrow's a foraging day, I want these ready to go. I still have the labels on the front. Again, I'm trying to put them back on to who they came from. And now the labels are facing the front. That tells me they've already been extracted. The labels facing the rear have not been extracted. That'll help me in the future. You will quickly not remember stuff. I'm gonna take a look at this one. When you open these, which I made the mistake earlier, take them to the back when they're wet so you don't dump it all over the porch. This one seems testy, boy. They are not happy through the hole here. So that's actually a bummer. They are not ready, not doing much. Thank God we brought that drawn frame up here. So today's not a day to inspect, but this one needs to be looked at. First catch of the year, I would have expected more out of it. They definitely aren't getting a super. Not very heavy, but it is only a 5-framer, so. So this is the one caught at the city trap. We got too much space on the left side there, you can see. But this was just a 5-framer doing great, looks like. Not the day to inspect, so I'm not gonna look for brood. We got another one at the city trap. It's gonna probably be a 5-framer. Gonna do an inspection on site on that one in an upcoming video. Same location, another 5-framer. So just a quick peek, looks good. I'm gonna take a look at 8. I should have my firstborn dates on me. My expected firstborn dates. I do not. I know that I believe I gave this a lot of frames. The question is, okay. That looks really good. We need to get some more supplies. I'd want to do an inspection, right? Well, the weather's not better. So we're counting frames, we're counting bees. The one on the left is not drawn. Looks like everything else was pretty much donated. They're living to the right and in the middle. So I'm sure my smoker's out. I did order 2 more queen excluders. I need to wash them though. You gotta remember, anything that you buy that's manufactured, machined, especially metals, everything's manufactured with oils, and they ain't washing your queen excluders when they're done with them, or when they're done making them. Wash them. You don't know what's on there. You don't know what you're introducing to your bees, and if you're in honey production, you don't know what you're giving to your customers. So they're gonna get a honey super from 5. In the past, with the queen excluder, we've talked about how they may not even get drawn up into here. You put a wet honey super above them, they're coming up. So 3 is not looking good. We'd have to go back and look to see how long this thing's been on here. But it's been weeks. And look, nothing. Can't believe the smoker's still lit. That's great. Yeah, sorry, trying to think about what I want to do here. Now look at that, they're on the opposite side of the queen excluder. We'll give them a super from 4. I am gonna go back on a plan. And actually remove the upper entrances from these 2. Again, I don't like what's going on the porch, but the population looks good. So we're just gonna let it go. Again, putting a wet honey super on there feeds them. Reason why I'm removing these upper entrances is I'm not sure if we are currently in a robbing situation or if we are going to be in a robbing situation. All right, let's change it up even further, all right? We got doors on the front of these. I certainly don't want them up here drawing comb, which they've done a little bit. But storing equipment is a pain. I don't feel like putting those shims anywhere, those upper entrances. I'm gonna need them here. I'm probably gonna need them on these colonies in a couple weeks, but I don't want them getting their butts kicked from an upper entrance being robbed. So I'm just going to close the upper entrances. Floor here is crazy. Still crazy. I got one too many frames, so someone's gonna have to get a 10 framer. I like this colony. I like these genetics. Overwintered once. Man. I know it's rainy, I know it's an overcast day, I know everybody's home, but you gotta remember this is their second super. This is a strong colony. So my staging area for these supers is already of big interest now that the rain has stopped. Just more of the same here with our free bees. We keep catching bees, we keep producing honey. This has already been extracted once. We got 18.5 gallons of honey from a combination of all our colonies that are in honey production, which is a total of 5 right now. I've never bought bees. I catch bees, and we're making a couple $1,000 so far every year. So just a lot of the same. Super busy up here. Beautiful fresh comb. Not bad. Man, oh man, oh man. So there you have it. Just like that, 7 are in honey production. 8 and 3 have wet supers on them now. Those are not going to be ignored. I guarantee that. If nothing else, they'll be picked clean, hopefully stored up. And then the original 5 that were in honey production. So going into 7 with our summer and fall flow. Pretty happy about that. Not gonna lie though, 3's a concern. We're gonna need to get in there. Our 5-frame nuke, I have no plan. And it can't stay a 5-frame nuke, so I'm either gonna have to put another nuke on top or find a deep or something. But like I said, I still got one in a tree that I gotta get out of a trap. Hopefully. There'll be a video on that one. There's some interesting stuff going on with that catch. So here, just to show you some of the things I do. When I carry the supers in my vehicles, I always put cardboard down. I actually have this pretty thick paper. I should actually probably move my car a little further away, which catches everything. And if I lay it on here, it won't get rained on and washed away. I just need to weight it down with something more than that too. And then I'll throw my Pro Nuke on there. This is all honey. There's no sugar water or anything. This is not adulterated honey in any way. It's just honey that I can't get to. And rather than just letting it wash away, I can put it here like this, and within a day it'll be cleaned and brought back to the colonies and stored, and I'll get a second chance at trying to harvest it. If nothing else, I'm feeding the bees. So keep that in mind. I'll probably also throw any mediums that I have. You can see that they're wet on the edges. Just going to be up here for a couple days, plus it'll give it some weight, and we'll go from there. Anyways, I thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for some giveaways. I am going to be giving away some stuff here real soon, and probably in the next video. So if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, I'm sure you probably already have, you might want to subscribe. There's just going to be some quick contests and some Hive Alive products to be given away. Not free samples, actual products, actual bottles, and I'll ship them to you. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hope your bees are well. God bless.